Louisa May Alcott's Little Women, first published in 1868 and 1869, is one of the most beloved classics of American literature. The novel follows the four March sisters, Meg, Jo, Beth, and Amy, as they grow from childhood into adulthood while experiencing love, hardship, ambition, loss, and personal change. Drawing partly from Alcott's own family life, the novel offered an unusually vivid portrayal of young women's hopes and struggles in 19th century America. Alcott's literary style is warm, realistic, humorous, and deeply character-driven, combining elements of the coming-of-age novel with domestic fiction. Through the distinct personalities and ambitions of the March sisters, she explores themes of family, sisterhood, love, independence, sacrifice, personal growth, social expectations, and the pursuit of individual dreams. Little Women remains important because its characters, particularly the independent and ambitious Jo March, continue to speak to generations of readers searching for their own balance between personal freedom, responsibility, and belonging. The story starts with the four March sisters spending a quiet December evening at home during the Civil War. Meg, Jo, Beth, and Amy are disappointed because their family is poor now, and Christmas will not bring the gifts they wish for. Meg longs for pretty things. Jo wants books, Beth dreams of music, and Amy wants art supplies. Each girl feels the weight of her own small burden, from work and chores to vanity, temper, shyness, and selfishness. Then their mother, Marmee, comes home with a letter from their father, who is away serving as a Union chaplain. His words remind the girls to be patient, generous, and brave. Instead of buying presents for themselves, they decide to use their money to buy gifts for Marmee. This early moment sets the heart of the story in motion. The March sisters are not perfect, but they are trying to grow into kinder, stronger people. On Christmas morning, Marmee soon asks for a harder gift. A poor family nearby, the Hummels, has almost nothing to eat, and Marmee asks her daughters to give away their own breakfast. The girls do it, and instead of feeling cheated, they feel proud and happy. Later that day, they perform Jo's dramatic play, and in the evening they find a feast sent by their wealthy neighbor, Mr. Lawrence, who has heard about their kindness. The reward opens the door to a new friendship with the Lawrence household. That friendship begins when Meg and Jo attend a New Year's Eve party, and Jo meets Theodore Lawrence, known as Laurie. Jo is awkward and uncomfortable in society, but Laurie is warm, lonely, and easy to talk to. The two quickly connect. Soon, Jo visits him while he is sick, bringing food, kittens, and lively conversation. She also meets Mr. Lawrence, who turns out to enjoy her honesty. Through Laurie, the March girls gain access to a grander world, but more importantly, they gain a loyal friend. Each sister continues learning through daily life. Meg struggles with her wish for elegance and comfort while working as a governess. Jo reads to Aunt March, dislikes the dullness of it, yet loves the books in the house. Beth quietly keeps the home running and cares for her battered dolls. Amy worries about her appearance and her social standing at school. Their lives are ordinary, but Alcott treats ordinary work, friendship, mistakes, and forgiveness as the real training ground for character. Beth's friendship with Mr. Lawrence becomes one of the gentlest parts of the story. She is shy around him, but longs to play his piano. Understanding her fear, he quietly arranges things so she can come during the day. Beth's music reminds him of a granddaughter he lost, and he later gives Beth that girl's little piano. Beth, usually too timid for bold gestures, walks straight over and kisses him in thanks. The moment shows how kindness can heal old loneliness on both sides. Amy, meanwhile, faces humiliation at school after she breaks the rules by bringing pickled limes. Her teacher punishes her harshly, and Marmee removes her from school for a time. Jo then faces a much deeper lesson when anger nearly costs her Amy's life. After Amy burns Jo's manuscript in revenge for being excluded from a trip to the theater, Jo refuses to forgive her. The next day, Amy follows Jo and Laurie onto thin ice and falls through. Laurie rescues her, but Jo is shaken by the knowledge that her anger made her careless. Marmee admits that she also struggles with temper, which helps Jo understand that self-control is a lifelong battle, not something one simply has or lacks. Meg gets her own lesson when she visits the wealthy Moffats. Surrounded by fashionable people, she lets herself be dressed up like someone richer and grander than she is. For a moment, she enjoys the attention, but she is embarrassed when Laurie sees her acting unlike herself. Afterward, Marmee reminds Meg that beauty, money, and social approval are shallow if they are not joined with goodness and real love. As the seasons change, Laurie becomes almost part of the March family. He joins the Girls' Pickwick Club and creates a little post office between the two houses so they can exchange notes and gifts. The sisters experiment with laziness during a break from work, only to discover that a household falls apart when no one does their part. They also spend time with Laurie's friends at a picnic, where Jo learns to control her temper. Meg feels the sting of class judgment, and Mr. Brooke, Laurie's tutor, begins quietly admiring Meg. Each young person dreams about the future. Laurie wants music, Jo wants to write, Amy wants to become an artist, Meg wants comfort and security, and Beth simply wants her family happy and together. These dreams show how different the sisters are, but also how much they need one another. Jo begins publishing stories and feels the thrill of earning money through her own talent. At the same time, she learns that growing up means change, and not all change feels welcome. The family's world is shaken when Marmee receives word that Mr. March is dangerously ill in Washington. Everyone tries to help. Jo makes the boldest sacrifice by selling her hair for money, pretending at first that she does not mind. Marmee leaves with Mr. Brooke as her escort, and the girls send letters to keep her connected to home. But without Marmee, their good habits weaken. Beth, faithful as always, continues visiting the Hummels when her sisters neglect the duty. She catches scarlet fever after the Hummel baby dies. Because Amy is vulnerable to the illness, she is sent to Aunt March's house, where she feels lonely and frightened. Beth becomes dangerously sick, and the family fears she will die. Laurie secretly sends for Marmee, proving again how deeply he belongs to the family. Beth's fever finally breaks, and Marmee returns to find her recovering. During this crisis, Amy begins to mature in her own way. Away from home, she thinks about death, prayer, and how she wants to be remembered. She makes a will and tries to behave less selfishly. After Beth improves, talk turns to Meg and Mr. Brooke. Jo hates the idea of Meg falling in love because it feels like the family is being pulled apart. Laurie's teasing prank with fake love letters causes trouble, but it also pushes feelings into the open. At Christmas, Mr. March returns home and the family is reunited. Not long after, Mr. Brooke declares his love for Meg. At first, Meg tries to resist because her parents think she's too young. But when Aunt March angrily insists that Meg should marry for money, Meg realizes she truly respects and cares for Mr. Brooke. She agrees to marry him someday. Jo is unhappy because she feels she is losing her sister, but the engagement marks the end of the girl's childhood phase. Part 2 begins 3 years later. The war is over, Mr. March is home, and Meg is preparing to marry John Brooke. Jo continues writing. Amy has grown into a graceful young woman and now helps Aunt March. Beth remains gentle but physically fragile, and Laurie is in college. Meg's wedding is simple and loving. She leaves home not in luxury, but with the blessing of a family that values affection over display. Marriage teaches Meg that domestic life is not a fairy tale. She and John are poor, and she has to learn patience, practical housekeeping, and partnership. She fails at jelly making, quarrels with John, overspends on fabric, and slowly learns that love requires humility and daily effort. When she later becomes the mother of twins, Demi and Daisy, she also learns that being a wife and mother means balancing devotion to her children with care for her marriage. Amy works hard at art and social grace, but she also learns that pretending to be richer or more important than she is leads to disappointment. Her elaborate party fails when almost no one comes, and a later charity fair humiliates her when she is moved away from the art table. Instead of responding bitterly, Amy behaves with dignity and kindness. Her reward is unexpected. Aunt Carol invites her to Europe. Jo is disappointed because she had hoped to go, but Amy receives the chance to see the world and develop her taste. Jo also grows through her writing. She wins money for a sensational story and uses it to send Marmee and Beth to the seashore for Beth's health. Later, she writes more for money, including dramatic stories she does not fully respect. In New York, where she works for Mrs. Kirk and teaches children, she meets Professor Friedrich Baer, a poor German scholar. He is not glamorous, but he is kind, principled, and generous. His friendship makes Jo question the kind of writing she is doing, and she gives up stories that feel cheap and morally empty. Back at home, Laurie finally tells Jo he loves her. Jo has sensed it coming and dreads hurting him. She refuses him gently but firmly because she does not love him in that way and knows they would not be happy together. Laurie is heartbroken and leaves for Europe with his grandfather. Jo suffers too, not because she wants to marry him, but because she hates causing pain and fears losing their friendship. Beth then reveals the sorrow the family has been trying not to face. She knows she is dying. Jo takes her to the seaside, hoping rest will help, but Beth calmly understands that her time is short. She asks Jo to comfort their parents when the end comes. At home, the family prepares a peaceful room for her, filled with music, art, children, and love. Beth dies quietly, leaving Jo with both grief and a new responsibility to care for the people Beth loved. In Europe, Laurie and Amy meet again as changed people. Amy sees that Laurie is wasting himself in sadness after Jo's rejection, and she challenges him to stop drifting. Laurie listens. Their friendship deepens, especially after they both learn of Beth's death. Amy turns down Fred Vaughn's proposal because she no longer wants to marry simply for money. Over time, she and Laurie fall in love. Their marriage grows naturally from shared grief, maturity, and mutual respect. Jo is lonely after Beth's death, but she begins writing from a deeper, truer place. Her new work is more honest than the sensational stories she once produced, and it finds success. When Amy and Laurie return already married, Jo accepts the news with peace. Laurie tells her she was right. He and Jo are better as brother and sister, while Amy is the partner who suits him. Then Professor Baer arrives unexpectedly. Jo is delighted to see him, and the family quickly warms to him. After several visits, he prepares to leave for a teaching job in the West. Jo is upset at the thought of losing him, and her tears reveal what she has not fully admitted. She loves him. Under his umbrella in the rain, Baer tells her he loves her too, and they agree to marry. In the final stage of the story, Aunt March dies and leaves Plumfield to Jo. Instead of using the house for comfort alone, Jo turns it into a school for boys, both rich and poor. With Baer beside her, she creates a lively, loving place where children can grow. Years later, the family gathers for Marmee's 60th birthday during an apple-picking celebration. Meg has her family. Amy and Laurie have a daughter named Beth, and Jo has Plumfield, her husband, her students, and the hope of writing again. The story closes with the March family looking back on hardship and forward with gratitude. Their lives do not become perfect, but they become meaningful. Each sister's dream changes as she grows, and the real success of the family is not wealth or fame. It is love, work, sacrifice, and the courage to keep becoming better.